In a report on Wednesday, the BBC's global disinformation team, consisting of Chiagozie Nwonwu, Fauzia Tucker, and Olarunke Alo, fact-checked the allegation that President Bola Tinubu forged his record at the Chicago State University and reported that there is no evidence to back the allegation. The BBC's global disinformation team said it found there is no evidence that the diploma Nigeria's President Bola Tinubu submitted to the country's Electoral Commission was forged. Allegations that President Tinubu's certificates were fake went viral on social media following the release by Chicago State University of his academic records last week. The release of the president's academic documents is the accumulation of a judicial case filed in August by one of his main rivals in the February's presidential election, Atiku Abubakar of the People's Democratic Party. Abubakar was hoping to have the victor disqualified after accusing him of falsifying the CSU diploma of Bachelor's of Science in Business Administration awarded in 1979 that he submitted to the electoral authorities. To obtain evidence for his case in Nigeria, Abubakar approached a U.S. court in August, requesting it to compel CSU to release Tinubu's academic records through a process called discovery, where the parties exchange information, including documents ahead of a trial. Now, the presidential candidate of the Labour Party, Peter Obi, has demanded that President Bola Tinubu come clean on his true identity. Obi made a demand on Wednesday during a press conference in Abuja. The former Anambra State Governor urged Tinubu to introduce himself to the nation he governs and to the world for avoidance of further doubt. According to Obi, it is only Tinubu himself, through a direct personal statement, that could clear every speculation about his true identity. Obi said Tinubu should let the world know his name, his nationality, his place of birth, his current age, the primary and secondary school he attended with date, as well as the actual universities he attended and certificates he obtained. President Bola Tinubu on Thursday approved the appointment of Mr. Ola Olukoyede to serve as the executive chairman of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission for a renewable term of 4 years in the first instance, pending Senate confirmation. This comes nearly 4 months after he suspended the erstwhile anti-graft agency chief, Abdul Rashid Bawa. A statement signed by the President's Special Advisor on Media and Publicity, Ajuri Ngilale, on Thursday. Mr. Olukoyede's appointment follows the resignation of the suspended executive chairman of the EFCC, Abdul Rashid Bawa. The statement is titled, President Tinubu appoints new EFCC chairman and secretary of the commission. Olukoyede is a lawyer with over 22 years of experience as a regulatory compliance consultant and specialist in fraud management and corporate intelligence. President Tinubu also approved the appointment of Mohammed Hamajoda to serve as the secretary of the EFCC for a renewable term of 5 years in the first instance, pending Senate's confirmation. And meanwhile, the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission has recovered a combined sum of 27 billion naira and $19 billion from 3 different money laundering cases, as further efforts are being made by the anti-graft agency to recover more illicit funds. The anti-graft agency said it will soon make public details of its ongoing probe of some former governors, ex-ministers, and several government officials across the Federation following the receipt of several petitions. The anti-graft agency is also carrying out ongoing investigations into some monumental procurement fraud involving some officials of the Federal Ministry of Power and the Ministry of Agriculture. The spokesperson for the FCC, Dele Oyewale, made the developments known on Wednesday while speaking on behalf of the EFCC acting chairman, Abdul Karim Chukwu. During a media interaction with select journalists in Lagos, Oyewale said the agency had seized several houses in the Federal Capital Territory, Lagos, and Cross River State, which are proceeds of funds meant for the Mambila Zungeru Power projects that were diverted through sundry bureau de change operators. The federal government says it's planned to rebrand the Federal Fire Service in the coming month. The rebranding would expand the scope of the service as well as include a change of name. Speaking during the inauguration of 15 firefighting trucks and rapid response vehicle in Abuja on Wednesday, the Minister of Interior, Olubunmi Tunji Ojo, said the service, when rebranded, would carry out rescue-related duties. He said they will be expected to collect information, assess risk in various areas, and protect the health and safety of workers, adding that they must develop a robust, implementable, and adequately driven fire and rescue national framework. Tunji Ojo, the framework should identify, or he said the framework should identify and assess full range of foreseeable fire and rescue-related risk, make provisions for prevention and protection activities, and respond to incidents appropriately. Alluding to the employment opportunities created by the fire service in foreign countries, the minister showed that with the rebranding, the fire service would create jobs through the service. And the Registrar and Chief Executive of the National Examination Council, Professor Dantani Wushishi, has disclosed that some unnamed states held the exam body 5.5 billion naira. Wushishi made this known during the release of the 2023 Senior School Certificate Examination results, where he announced that 61% of the candidates scored 5 credits, including English and mathematics. According to the registrar, the debt was incurred between 2012 and 2023 as a result of the states taking responsibility for the registration of their indigent indigents due for the examination. He called on the state to expedite action in settling the debt, warning that the council would not release the results of the affected candidates of debtors' states until such a time that the debts are liquidated. Wushishi noted that the poor performance of some states is a call on the state to look inward to review the education sector and also look at all sectors of the education. And also, the Academic Staff Union of Universities on Wednesday said it would continue to embark on industrial action until the government meets its demand. The union said it will continue to embark on strike until the right thing is done in the tertiary institutions. It also expressed its displeasure with any plan by the Tertiary Education Trust Fund to include private universities in the country as beneficiary institutions of its project. The president of ASU, Professor Emmanuel Oshodeke, made the union's position known at a 2-day interactive section between TET or TET Fund and all unions or beneficiary institution. Oshodeke maintained that such a move would lead to the proliferation of private universities devoid of quality. While commending TET Fund on delivery, he urged the fund to work more on the monitoring method of its project across the country. Earlier, the Executive Secretary of TET Fund, Sonny Echono, disclosed that the interactive section was conceived as a proactive engagement against the backdrop of prevailing challenges in this subsector.